Hello Virgo, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie and this is your reading for October 2024. Today we'll be doing that juicy Celtic cross that allows us to go nice and deep into the energies, and we'll close it off with an oracle card for the Virgo collective. Keep in mind these are general readings, take only what resonates and leave the rest. You can check out your sun, moon, rising, and north node for additional context and texture, and be sure to look in the description below, which I've talked about a lot. There are lots of links for you to check out. All right, let's get into this. Virgo, you're showing up as yourself, as the Hermit. That is your card. There may be something that you are journeying inward about right now, really trying to figure out and look through certain things, certain energies, particularly about yourself and what you want in the areas of love, because your challenge is the Six of Cups. What are you able to give in a relationship? Is that enough for you? Is it enough for the other person? And my nose is starting to itch and run when I started your reading. Very interesting. So there's something that's bothering you here, and it has to do with relationships or someone you're connected to. Virgo, in the needed focus area, you get the Eight of Wands. This is a feeling of you moving very quickly and very effectively toward what makes you feel free, where you feel freedom. There's a sense of really focusing on your freedom and creating a life maybe that has freedom as the focus, freedom of your time, freedom of your energy, freedom with finances, that kind of a thing. In the past, you're leaving behind the Ace of Wands. This to me looks like a divergent path that you may have taken. You're not on that path now, but it was an option for you, perhaps a crossroads. Maybe you're regretting making a certain decision. You went one way and you're kind of working with the energy of letting go that you didn't go that other way, or maybe that's the way that was planned, but you ended up not going that way. In the future energy, you have the Two of Cups. This is a new up-leveling in a current partnership that you have, or in your energies surrounding partnership and love and what that means to you. In the empowerment and embodiment position, you have the Three of Pentacles. I like this earthy energy for you. It feels very supportive. I think you have a lot of creative ideas, and I think there's people around you who are supporting that and who agree with you. So there might be some collaborative efforts. You might want to be looking for that in friends or trusted people around you, colleagues even. In your allies and support, you get the Strength card. This is you pulling on all that inner strength. You're starting off with the Hermit. You're looking at yourself from a very introspective position, right? From the inside out. I love the lion that's showing up in this card here, the big lion heart. And this is a very brave energy that I feel here too. And so it may be a time in October where you really need to have a lot of courage, trust, and bravery. And we'll get some clarifiers because it'll be neat to see what shows up with that. In your environment, you have the power of transformation with the Death card here. So something is definitely transforming in your physical environment, in your energetic environment. Also very Halloween-y, Dia de los Muertos kind of card here. So this may be a time where you're ultra sensitive to energies. In your hopes and fears, you get the King of Cups. Will you be able to embody love for yourself and love for someone else and balance all the things that go along with that? That's in both your hopes and your fears. You have a whole lot of love to give from what I can see here, but at times maybe you don't know how to conserve it properly. Maybe you don't know how to direct it properly. Maybe you're giving too much and not saving enough for yourself, or you're saving too much for yourself and not being vulnerable enough. So you're playing with those energies there. In the potential outcome, you get the Three of Cups. This is you feeling good about things, feeling like there's love around you, there's friendship, there's loyalty, there's camaraderie, and it's a beautiful, beautiful energy. So let's get into this a little bit here, Virgo. Here you are as yourself, showing up as the Hermit, the Master Magician, as I call him, of the tarot deck, him or her. Really being with yourself, really trusting yourself here. 3 of Wands and 7 of Wands. Ooh, okay. So there is a lot of observation going on right now, a lot of self-analysis going on right now, and you're bumping up against some things within yourself that might be a little hard, might be some bitter or tough pills to swallow here, but you're staying with it. You're trying to roll with what you encounter as you look inside, and it looks like while you are doing a lot of observation, you're also walking slowly through these energies. Let's look at this 6 of Cups challenge for you in the area of love, offering love, making love offers, receiving love offers. What is this here? The 2 of Cups and the World card. For some of you, you may be thinking about ending a relationship that may have come up for you, a partnership. For others of you, this could be challenges in the way that you view relationships and partnerships, and really having to completely put to rest the old way that you looked at relationships and be willing to embrace this new, since it's coming up as this 2 of Cups in the future for you. So you may be almost wiping the slate clean with how you looked at partnership before. You may not have had good boundaries before. You may not have had good balance. And so there is this challenge here because you may not know what the new looks like. And this, for some of you, could come along with endings. The ending could have taken place already, but you're still challenged by the energies, because energies last longer than the physical ending itself. So you could just still be dealing with energies, but for some of you, this could be a breakup because you're realizing this isn't the right connection for me. But you can't yet see, you're still in this kind of closing out phase, and you can't yet see what that new 2 of Cups is bringing. We will look, though. We're going to take a peek. For the 8 of Wands, this is you moving into that space of freedom. You get the Knight of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups. Yeah, I think you're recognizing that in a relationship, you should feel more free. You should feel more free to be able to do what you need to do, what you want to do, and feel supported by that. Now, I also see you slowing things down with the Knight of Pentacles. So you have 8 of Wands, that's a fast, freedom, forward energy. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles who kind of stops, looks around, studies the playing field. So there is hesitation here. And with this 6 of Cups coming in again as your challenge, it looks like you're actually focused on these energies. So your needed focus is in the right place. I'm getting the sense of there's a lot involved here, and don't rush this. And I don't think you are. I think your normal, natural, earthy energies are propelling you not to make any super rash decisions here. Some of you are really contemplating an ending, and you may have that ending because it may look completely different from what you're going to choose moving forward. But this could also be around your perceptions of relationships and how you might be acting in relationships, how you might be behaving. Really taking a really deep look at that, like a deep analysis, which you're really good at. Let's look at this Ace of Wands in the past, the 9 of Wands, and the Magician. In the past, you've really manifested some things for yourself that you really didn't intend to manifest, and then it always left you feeling super defensive about it, even though you had a hand in those manifestations. It's not to say you didn't co-create situations with someone else, but I am seeing regret here. I'm seeing looking back. I'm seeing like the fork in the road, and I'm seeing that you had a hand in manifesting that, and that could be why some of these energies and some of your desire to feel that full freedom, right? And I think that's what's driving you. Freedom is driving you here. Freedom from the traps of your own mind, freedom from belief systems about relationships, and moving into this new cycle. That is your driving force here. But you're also having to account for what you have manifested in the past and how you got there, what your input was into the situation. Let's look at the future. Let's take a peek at this Two of Cups in the future, because it feels very different than the one that challenges you right now, or the idea of love. Yeah, we get the Ten of Cups and the Temperance card. This is a whole new outlook on love and partnership. This is being able to be very fulfilled in your relationship while navigating life's problems with patience and temperance. This is a Sagittarius energy. The fires of transformation show up a little bit here in the future for you. They're in your current environment, but Saggy energy is kind of nice because it's like shooting a flaming arrow, right? So you're not like surrounded or engulfed by the fire, by the transformation. You're able to really set your sights on what your goal and your target is, and you're able to shoot that flaming arrow toward it, and you yourself are the arrow. So you're moving toward this new understanding, and it seems to me like for a lot of you, you're completely re-envisioning your relationships. You're completely envisioning your approach to partnership, to relationship, to love relationships. This could also extend into friendships for some of you, like if you're single. So really how you show love, what's real, how to navigate through it, your part in it, their part in it. You know, you're really going in and out with the analysis here. Let's look at this Three of Pentacles in your place of embodiment. You got the Six of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's so important for you to have grounded exchanges. I would not say with your partner or your potential partner at this time. You need other support around you in order to help keep your cup full. Now, for some of you, this might look like a therapist or counselor, or getting a reading or something, getting some way to support yourself, getting in a container, getting in a group that feels safe, where you can talk, where you can express. This is not necessarily an energy of you trying to work this out with your partner when you're trying to get clear on how you approach partnership yourself. So if you do have a partner and it's not ending, like the relationship itself, maybe it's just a phase, maybe it's just a cycle you're moving through, it's so important for you to be exchanging with a third party, someone outside that can help you with your certain emotional energies and help you navigate through this, because you know, you've got that power of analysis, but sometimes it causes paralysis, and emotions feed into the over-analysis, right, of things. So you need someone to help you get down in there and be able to deal with the emotions without launching into the analysis part of it. Even though that will be helpful for you, I'm not saying don't analyze some of it, but this is a heart energy. This is an emotional energy that you're being called to support yourself with here. For the Strength card in your allies and support, you got the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. So there you are, showing up on your own behalf. Beautiful energy, really standing up for yourself, standing up for your heart. The Knight of Swords. Now, Knight of Swords, faster moving energy as well, kind of like this Eight of Wands. Yes, very freedom focused, but sometimes, you know, gets ahead of themselves. So as you're listening to advice and support around you, you want to be sure to stay at your own pace. Don't be getting ahead of yourself with this. Take the time to really go into that Ace of Cups, because that's where you're embodied. That's where you're anchored, in that heart space. Take the time to go in there and don't get distracted by the faster moving mental energies. It's very interesting that those show up in your allies and support though, because they're teaching you a lesson. They're like a mentor as well. And you're experiencing this polarity between the mind and the heart for a reason. Very important reason for your growth and transformation. In your environment, with the big transformation that you're going through with that Death card and October being a big month for you, you get the Star and the Three of Cups. This, again, a beautiful energy exchange of love, camaraderie, doing what celebration you can in your environment, celebrating the small things. It doesn't have to be the huge full chalice filled up and all beautiful and emboldened and, you know, blazing with, you know, water overflowing and everything like that. It's the little things that you might be missing if you don't take a look, because you are going through such a powerful transformation. Keep your eyes set on your true north, on your star, and take those baby steps toward it. Let's look at this King of Cups in your hopes and your fears. Ooh, Virgo, here you've done it. The High Priestess and the Hierophant. This points to me, so clarifying this King of Cups, the High Priestess and the Hierophant. This is a major inner spiritual battle and test for you, challenge for you, okay? You don't yet see how you can balance out what you need to preserve for yourself and your freedom and your needs, and you can be in a partnership. You haven't yet gained all that wisdom. This is showing up in what you hope for and also what you fear that you won't have. That's why the transformation that preceded this in your environment and the baby steps, setting your sights on that North Star like a Sagittarius would with temperance. It's going to take patience. It's going to take time for this to come about, but it requires your focus on it. Now, I know when you want to, you can really focus in on things quite strongly, but this is a spiritual revolution taking place inside of you. And there are going to be a lot of, it feels kind of like a tug of war at times within you, within yourself, not with someone else. It may manifest in external relationships if you're not careful to work on really balancing these energies and come back to the love each time. And first and foremost, the love that you have within for yourself and your connection to nature and to all that is. Let's look at the Three of Cups and this potential outcome. There it is again, the Death card, transformation, and the Ace of Pentacles. Yes. So listen, October for you and possibly the rest of this year is going to be very transformative, very, very important for you to really pay attention to the inner work that you are doing in the month of October, because the effects of what you do and how well you navigate this by what? Balancing out your heart with your mind, making sure there is plenty of heart-led, heart space energy happening to balance out the very active and intelligent mind that you have. That's going to lead to the new beginning. And this looks fruitful to me. Yes, it's full of transformation. Yes, there are going to be times where it's difficult and challenging, but if you can understand that this is natural when things break down within us, so new things can be born. It's the journey of the caterpillar to the butterfly. It can be a painful process, but it's also a beautiful process. I'm even thinking of like a baby being born, you know, there's so much intensity that comes along with that, but there's so much beauty. It's an alchemical process between mother and child and the universe, right? And that's what's going on within you. So of course there's going to be moments where it's like, oh my, how do I get through this? But those baby steps with that Three of Cups, a little cup of tea at a time, one cup of tea at a time. Focus on that North Star. Take the baby steps toward it. All right, Virgo, freedom awaits. Freedom awaits. It's a journey. It's a journey, and we're acknowledging that, but that is where you're headed. That's your North Star. Freedom is your North Star. We're pulling a card here from the Sacred Traveler Oracle card to close off your reading. Virgo, you got surrendering to the journey, release control. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know surrendering is not giving up. You're not yielding to a force outside of yourself. You're opening to your own soul. By releasing hold, you allow the creative forces of the universe to spiral through you, which brings inspiration and direction to your life. Sometimes the journey goes a different way than expected, and we saw that in the past energies where you're looking at that past fork in the road, Virgo. When it does, don't resist. There are times you can see the path, but you don't know where it leads. Not knowing where you're going can activate inspiration, insight, and creative juices. You cannot discover new oceans and distant vistas unless you have the courage to let go of the shore. You don't have to do it all yourself. Support is all around you. Simply open your heart and allow it in. What a beautiful summary to what I have just seen here in your reading. It's all about you surrendering into this transformation. And no, you won't be able to see every step of the way. But I can see in our little sneak peek here, the potentials are looking really good. Challenging? Absolutely, but also really good. This is a powerful spiritual journey for you. Virgo, thank you so much for tuning in today. I can't wait to see you next time.